Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today we are going to try and get to 20 million power. If we can get our mate to 20 million, then we will unlock this stylish Nova, which rather than giving plus 1% to fighter, radar, and shooter attack, give us plus 10%, and that is a permanent upgrade, so long as you do it within the first, I think it's 6 days of installing the game, which is a tremendous ask, but we are very, very close to it. We're at 19.57 million. So what we're going to do here is we are going to level this up. We're going to get the gear to level 20, then we should be able to attach some new modules, and I'm hoping that that will give us quite a bit of a boost. That's what we're hoping for, at least anyway. Let's take a look at the other rewards that we got from Power Rush, including getting this little meow message trinket that gets added to each of your messages, and also getting a pet mail background. And that's it, it's just done. And interesting, we have the nano weapon. I don't know what this is. This is new. Interesting. Okay, I think we've got the ability to make some of those nano weapons, because I've been holding on to some stuff. But now we can finally equip these, which gives plus 179,000. And that says we've now reached over 2 million. And we can also upgrade this as well. And there we are. The Power Rush has been completed. And we've got all of those fantastic rewards, including changing the attire of Nova permanently with one permanent activation. And there we are. That is very, very cool indeed. That's going to be a huge boost. An additional 9% damage on all of my attackers, which is very, very cool. And now we can look into the nano weapons. Huh. So these things can actually be equipped to people? Is there a new thing that's unlocked with my heroes?
Let's end this. They're as good as dead. I'll do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of what happened.
I'm wondering if this is what the weapon is. Someone that's higher in the game is going to have to let me know exactly how this works. Rare weapons thing is £99.99. Man, these are all very expensive. Well, the $4.99 ones at the bottom aren't that bad, but oh. So that just produces that? We don't need to do anything? Okay, so you can take old weapons and take some of these stats from them. Craft 50 consecutively to claim rewards. Interesting. Now, we've actually got some here in our bag. And I hadn't known what it was for until now. Nano weapon instant craft. Part. 1-star weapon enhancement. 2 of the weapon promoters and 10 of this weapon promoter. Okay. So I think we need 100. Such as gear and module promoters. Now I just need to make sure before we go committing to that, that is what we are after. So do we get to choose what one we want? Or is it random? Okay, it does seem like it is random as to what one you get. 4-star epic terrestrial radar. So this is the one that we're looking for. The inoculator. But it does seem that it is random as to what one you get. Okay, so how much do we get from this? Produces 20 to 30 materials at random. It takes 6 hours. Costs 200 diamonds to speed that up. So it would be at the very worst 1,000 diamonds to get 100 of them. And we have 31,500. Okay, before we go using our material, because we've only got 30 of that in our bag, let's do this 5 times. So that's 29. Well, the second one now costs 400. So it increases each time. Okay, that's less good. I thought it was going to be 200 each time. It seems not. Okay, then let's use one of these. I'm really hoping that wasn't a mistake. So, do I get to choose or is it random? It seems like it's random. There's a lot of weapons here. Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, I'm guessing that's you need the design to craft a specific thing. Let's try crafting it and see what happens. Okay, so we're getting a common terrestrial radar, and that takes 12 hours for that to craft. Okay, in 12 hours we'll see what that looks like then. Craft nano weapon. Interesting. And we need to get our Nova to level 30 if we're to do that. What does upgrading this actually do? It just lowers the Nova cost. But it does increase our might by a small amount. Let's try going back to the ruins. Okay, so we still can't win that one. And we still can't win that one, okay. Just making sure that nothing had increased. Let's check how we're doing in arena. We have no matches left, but we can increase this a little bit. And same as there. It seems like we are miles away from upgrading to level 23.
As long as you stick with me, you'll be fine.
So this unlocks at level 211. Our maximum level is 210 with Fox, so we do have a little while to go there. Okay, nano weapons. This is a new thing that's shown up here. And I'm wondering if they do need to be level 211 in order to equip weapons to them. That might be what that is. Which means we don't really need to focus on the gear factory for the time being. And we don't really have enough to update anything significantly at the moment. Not any of the stuff that we want to do because we're focusing exclusively on riders. That feels wasteful. Just short by 60. And these do 10. So we just need 6 of those. Now, hopefully, oh no, where the hell did these guys come from? So we don't want to increase anything other than riders, because that is the main thing we're going for. And now I'm unsure what to do. I think I might send my guys out to try and grab some resources and maybe do a little bit more of campaign mode if I can. But there we are, folks. So we finally managed to get over 20,000 or 20 million in might. And we've now got a brand new skin for Nova, which is giving us plus 10% to fighter attack, raider attack, and shooter attack, which is very, very cool. And don't think there's anything else that we can realistically do here. This is the next thing that we want to do, and we're just a little bit short on it. And by a little bit short, I mean a very bit short. It says here that we've got 107, which we don't. We've only got 86,000, so I don't know where it's getting that from. Not unless we've got some kind of boost that's giving us a little bit of a discount. That could be what it is. Apparently we do have enough to increase our rider HP. Though it's the rider attack that I would really prefer. But I'm tempted by the rider HP. And we can increase the troop load as well. That might not be such a bad idea. Yes, I think we shall go for that one. Unfortunately, things like the research speed and the steel gathering speed it's like plus 0.5%, which in terms of speed I don't really care that much about. That's why I'm more interested in the things that are actually going to help the deck, such as the troop load. I did upgrade the build speed earlier, research speed. I think the next one I really want to get is maybe like march speed. That may be quite good. And we've also got the wedding dress, but we don't really need that anymore because it's the exact same stats as this one. And the issue with this is we've only got it for 3 days, which I'm much happier to have this one as just permanent instead. That costs $49.99, which I really don't want to spend if I can help it. Should be building something. I don't know what I want to build though. I guess we'll upgrade the research lab. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to try and find some resources. Preferably ones that aren't occupied by other people. Now what do I need? I don't really need gas as much as I need wood and food, I think. I mean, we do kind of need everything. I think maybe the best thing I can do is just go after some zombies lairs. So let's see here. This mite is 1.2 million. Oh my goodness. And what is my mite? My mite is 581,000, which is less than half. Try level 16. 930,000. Level 15. 600,000. Okay, 600,000 and I am 581,000. Some teammates may or may not help along the way. And even if they don't, a couple of NPCs generally tend to join as well, just to help with the raid on a lair. So I think I'm going to do that a couple of times. And the other thing I'm going to do is go back into campaign mode. And with my characters now a little bit higher leveled, I'm going to see if we can actually win this. Don't really want to do that. This part here is the easy bit. It's when we get into the boss fight that's when problems start arising. So it's better to try and do these bits as quickly as possible so that we're not taking a tremendous amount of damage. Okay, I'm going to heal those little bits there because I don't really want to go losing anyone this early on. Yeah, I'm going to use it just now. Use the rockets here first. That's unfortunate. This is an area of effect, so we don't really want to go wasting it on one character, but at that point, it seemed like it wasn't such a bad idea. Yeah, let's just use the everything. This is going significantly better than it did last time. Is that a good idea? I don't think it is. Perfect. Now we've got past that one, we should be able to get past stage 8 easily enough, and then we're on to the boss stage of stage 20, chapter 20. Let's see if we can do this in this video. That would be interesting. If it had been me playing, I would have kept that area of effect attack from Tomio. Okay, so these bosses don't tend to be quite as difficult as the ones that have the kind of little special image on them on the campaign main screen. But just because they're not necessarily difficult doesn't mean that it won't take a bit of effort. As you see, we just lost Scarlet, which is not a good sign. Actually, this is not going particularly well for us. We've lost 2 of our characters. We're down to a single character. Thankfully, it's our healer that is our strongest character. That was pretty tough. That was a good start, a very, very strong start indeed. I don't really want to go using that yellow right now. Okay, we don't currently need to heal. seems a little bit unnecessary, but I feel like we're going to get the blue back fairly quickly. See if we can finish that one in the right off. And there we are, we have done it. This has completed chapter 20, which allows us to unlock this little mini game. Yes, we will try that again. Barely got it. That one doesn't seem possible to get. Yeah, it seems that there was one there that you just had to ignore. And unfortunately it only lets you play it once. You can't even just go back and play them for fun, which is a little bit annoying. So we're now in stage 21, and stage 24 looks to be the final level, but then you get the prison trial, which it says please clear chapter 21 episode 9. So once we complete the boss of this one here, that will unlock whatever the prison trial is. Interesting. And I've got some cool rewards here. Let's go ahead and grab them. And that's our reward for beating the level 15 zombie lair. Also, you can see in the background there's the little dogs. That's what I unlocked as well there. So as you can see, I killed 38,176, but I did get some help from some friends that did help out there, and the NPCs really didn't do an awful lot of work on that one. But there we are, folks. I think that's going to be it for this little video. I'm going to continue playing away on puzzles and survival. It does take an awful lot of staring at it, especially in the beginning parts. But it is quite a fun and interesting little game once you get the hang of what you're doing. There's just a little bit of a learning curve, knowing what all of the things are and what they all mean and such. So with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all, I'd really like to get this guy, in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.